In our first video about high efficiency washing machines and detergents, I gave you a whole bunch of information and then asked you to ask me any of your HE questions. So this video is a follow-up to that video where I am going to give you some A's to your HEQs. All right, let's get to it. The first question, front load versus agitator. What's the difference? And which is better? Agitators move clothing around, which most people agree is the cause of excess wear and tear on your clothes which are being washed. Also, the fact that they use more water is definitely a big issue. If you compare how much water is used in each, you'd be really surprised. Top loaders with agitators have less cycle options and are seen as easier to use. So if you like the design of a top load but you don't want the agitator, you can get top load HE machines. All top load and front loading HE machines can generally handle larger loads versus the old-fashioned agitator washers, and they allow for a wonderful tumble and spin movement. They provide many options for cycles, and of course, they use less energy and water. What about DIY laundry detergent in an HE machine? Is it safe to use as long as it's low suds? This was a very popular question. Full disclosure about DIY laundry detergents. I have never made one, I have never tried one, and my reasoning is because I have something that works and something that I feel comfortable putting into my expensive machine. But that being said, there are some other reasons why you might not want to use a DIY detergent in an HE machine. These machines are designed to save water and energy by using less water and of course having cooler wash temperatures. The DIY soap might not be able to facilitate that. As I've talked about several times, machines are also very sensitive to excess sudsing from a detergent, and if you're not exactly precise about your DIY formula, if you mess it up, it could result in less water and less energy savings and also more deposits in that machine of yours. If you do want to try it, what I would recommend is to talk to your manufacturer first to find out if using a DIY detergent will void your warranty. But otherwise, guys, what you do in your own home is all on you. Can HE detergents be used in regular washers? Interestingly, you can use HE detergents in non-HE machines. You just have to make sure that you're using the prescribed amount based on the size of the load. So that won't differ whether you're using an HE machine or a non-HE machine. Detergents like Tide HE Turbo are super low sudsing, so you won't see as many bubbles in your wash, which is great for HE machines. Since switching to an HE washer, I have been plagued with soap scum and lint left behind on my darks. I've tried smaller loads, new detergent, extra rinse, and everything. What should I do? All right. So a lot of you guys have had struggles with your HE machines in varying capacities, but this is a common theme. So there are a few things you can try. First, and not to harp on this point, but your washing machine has to be clean in order for it to clean your clothing. Otherwise, clothes will pick up lint and won't be able to shake that soap scum or any of those deposits before rinsing. I have a couple of videos on that and you can check them out. I'll link them down below. Focus on correctly loading your machine. So that means putting items in loosely and one at a time, as opposed to balling things up. Also remember, don't overload the machine. Break your load up if you have to. And finally, this might be something you have to try. Check your operating manual to see how to access your drain line filter, because that might be clogged, which blocks the rinse water from flowing. How do you know how much detergent to use for a particular load based on the cap marks? This question came up a lot, and I'm really glad that you asked because it's something that we need to clarify. So this question doesn't only relate to detergent dosage, but it also relates to how clean your clothes will be in an HE washer, and of course, how clean your machine is going to be in the long run. HE washers can handle 40% more clothing than a traditional non-HE washer. So that means 40% more laundry is going to give you 40% more dirt. So the problem is that it's easy to look at the load in your HE washer and think that you just use the same amount of detergent that you used in your old washer, but the fact is there's more laundry and more dirt, meaning you need more detergent to get your clothes clean, but then you also have to keep in mind the way your detergent's been formulated. Use your washing machine porthole as a gauge. This is something I've always done. It's pretty helpful. So depending on how full that porthole is, will help you understand how many notches to fill your cap up to. So for example, if you have a full load in your HE machine, go right up to the top notch. And if it's halfway, use that halfway notch. And of course, if it's just a small load, only go to the first notch in your little cap. HE machines don't get my clothing as wet, so how can they still be clean? HE machines use less water for sure, to the tune of 20 to 66% less water than a traditional agitator washer. Traditional agitator machines basically submerge the load in water, and the agitator kind of moves things around to remove the dirt. HE machines, they tumble instead, so they coat all clothes with water with their movements. I don't know if you've seen your HE machine in action, but it does some pretty cool stuff. And that's how HE machines manage to use less water. A lot of it has to do with the movements. And sometimes you might not even be able to see water, and some, like mine, even have these sprayers which basically shower the load with water. Now, too much detergent or high sudsing detergent isn't designed for this little water and can negatively affect the outcome of the wash. And that's why I was excited to share the Tide HE Turbo visuals with you last time, because I really wanted to accentuate the importance of choosing the right detergent. If you talk to anyone who knows machines, they'll tell you that your detergent is everything and they're designed to work in very little water. Trust me, your clothes are going to be amazingly clean. Are all front loader machines HE, and can a top loading machine be HE? So yes, I'll answer this again because I know it was sort of confusing for you guys, but top loaders can be high efficiency. Every front loader I've ever seen is high efficiency. And all you have to do is look for that HE symbol on your machine, and if you're really unsure, feel free to call your manufacturer and they'll let you know. Do you prefer the HE packs or the liquid? And how many clothes can you wash with just one pack? For about 15 years now, I've been using liquid detergent, and prior to that, we used powder at home, so that's what I always use. I know a lot of you like detergent packs like Tide Pods, and they're perfect if you want something convenient or if you find it hard to schlep out that big bottle of detergent each time. Just remember to keep them out of reach of kids and pets. To use it properly, place the Tide Pod or detergent pack in your drum before adding your laundry, not into your detergent dispenser. And of course, you want to use 2 of them for a large or heavily soiled load. Everything else, you can just use 1. Well, there you have it, some very popular HE questions with my answers. So I hope you found that useful and helpful. I hope these videos are a resource to you and that they help improve your laundry life. But I'd love to know if you have any additional laundry or HE related questions. You can certainly leave them for me down below. I'll either try to comment back to you or include them in a future video. A special thanks to our friends at Tide for helping me put this video together. And by the way, guys, what do you think of my new laundry room? Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see a tour of the laundry room. I mean, it's not a mansion or anything, but I'd be happy to show it to you if you guys are interested. There's a button down there that lets me know you care, so click it if you liked this video, and click this button right here to subscribe and begin your journey to a cleaner life. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.